Hi, in my previous video I showed two methods of solving simultaneous equations. One was substitution, one was elimination. In this video we're trying to get a slightly deeper insight into the meaning of sets of simultaneous equations by representing the solution in a graphical way, so that we can actually have a visual interpretation of what is happening when we have a system of simultaneous equations. To this purpose, I've put these two equations down. We have 2y minus x is equal to 5 and y plus 3x equals to 1. Now, first I will solve this algebraically. If we notice that if I multiply equation 1 by 3, then the coefficients of x in both equations would be the same value but of opposite signs. So then we can add the two equations and we can eliminate x between the two. So if I multiply equation 1 by 3, I will get 6y minus 3x is equal to 15. And I write the second equation as is. Now, if I add these two equations, I'll have 6y plus 1y is 7y, minus 3x and 3x, they cancel, so I'll have no x's left, and this will be equal to 14. From here, y will be equal to 2. And if I substitute y into, say, equation number 2, I'll get 2 plus 3x is equal to minus 1. I'll get 3x. If I move 2 to the other side, it changes signs, becomes minus 2. So I'll get 3x is equal to minus 3. And finally, x is equal to minus 1. So from here, we find that x equals minus 1 and y equals 2. These are the solutions of the two simultaneous equations that we were given. That means x equals minus 1 and y equals 2 satisfy both equations simultaneously. Now we will look to see what these mean in a graphical context. To do this, we will first try to rearrange equations 1 and 2 by making y the subject of the formula. The reason for this will become apparent in a minute. So if I have the first equation, 2y minus x equals 5, I can write 2y minus x is equal to 5. So I'll have 2y is equal to plus x. Will be x plus 5. So y would be equal to half of x plus 5 over 2. Now, we can see this is an equation of a straight line because we have done in earlier videos equations of a straight line. So this is a straight line, y equals half x plus 5 over 2, where the gradient of the line is half and the intercept on the y-axis is 5 over 2. Now the second equation, we do the same. Y is equal to minus 3x minus 1. So this is the equation of another line with gradient minus 3 and intercept -1. Now I will use the Desmos graphing package to plot these lines. So the first one, y, is equal to 0.5x plus 5/2 is 2.5. So this will be the green line as is shown here. And our second line will be y is equal to minus 3x minus 1. So as we can see, each of our simultaneous equations, each equation in our pair is really showing a straight line. It's a graph of a straight line. And we notice our solution, which was -1, 2, x equals 1, 2, is the point of intersection of these two lines. So this is a visual representation or a visual interpretation of what sets of simultaneous equations are. If there were 3 equations with 3 unknowns, then that would mean that this is happening in 3 dimensions, and it's a bit complicated to draw that here. But for the moment, and for most of our GCSE questions, we are dealing with 2 equations and 2 unknowns. So normally, each equation will represent a straight line, but solving them algebraically, we basically are finding the point of intersection of these 2 straight lines. One point to just point out here, which I think is important, supposing we get these 2 equations, y minus 2x is equal to 4 and 2y minus 4x is equal to 5. Now, if you try and solve these 2 equations simultaneously, either by substitution or elimination, you'll find that you cannot find an answer. The reason is, if you look at the graphs of these 2, these are 2 lines which are parallel with each other, and they don't have a point of intersection. So if you try and solve these 2 equations by either substitution or elimination, for example, if I multiply that top equation by 2 and subtract one from the other, I'll get 0 minus 0 equals 3, which doesn't mean anything. So one thing to be careful, and hopefully you won't get such a question in your exam, if 2 lines are parallel, they do not intersect. So if you have as your set of simultaneous equations, the equations of 2 parallel lines, that set of simultaneous equation does not have an answer. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.